You won't believe what happened behind closed doors, but trust me, the truth is far more juicy than any of us could have imagined. Is this the end of the line for Camron and Chrissy Elkin? What were they hiding that could ruin everything we thought we knew about them? More importantly, what happens when Jim Jones, the king of keeping it real, finds out about their secret night out? The public was tipped off by someone so close to the situation that the only thing hotter than their secrets is the fallout that is about to occur. Jones had no idea that was more than just a night out. It's an exposé scandal so hot that even the paparazzi couldn't get close enough to capture it. Buckle up, because this ride is just getting started. It's a storyline that no one saw coming, but that has been simmering beneath the surface for a while. Two people who have frequently been at the center of attention in the hip-hop world, Camron and Chrissy Elkin, have managed to keep something. The scandal that no one saw coming was the revelation of their secret night out, and Jim Jones, as we all know Camron as the Harlem rapper, who has been making waves in the industry for years with his unique Killer Cam character and his witty, controversial persona. He's not one to back down from a scandal, and if anyone can stay ahead of the drama, it's him. However, this time, he wasn't prepared. Isn't it true that all secrets eventually come to light? Chrissy Elkin is a fierce and unrepentant reality TV star best known for her appearance on Love and Hip Hop. You would think that after all of her public drama with Jim Jones, she would have learned a few tips about avoiding the spotlight, but as it turns out, it was an unexpected night out that would soon come back to haunt them both. How did it all start? Well, rumors have been circulating for weeks, whispering in the background of the hip-hop scene that something was wrong. According to people who know them, Camron and Chrissy Elkin have been acting differently, spending more time together and not in the friendly manner that they always displayed. They were secretive, and when two well-known celebrities like Camron and Chrissy Elkin start to disappear, you know now, if we take a step back and consider when rock stars Camron and Chrissy Elkin get involved in something so secretive, what could they be doing behind closed doors that they couldn't share with the world? More importantly, why was Jim the last to find out about their relationship? Jim Jones's reaction was completely expected. You could almost hear the anger in his voice when he learned that Camron and Chrissy were spending time together without him. However, Jim has always been a little protective of his people, so if you don't think he's been keeping a close watch on both Chrissy's and Camron's movements, you're living under. To understand the gravity of this situation, we must first look at the past. Camron and Jim Jones were once best friends, business partners, and co-founders of the renowned Dipet crew. Together, they dominated the hip-hop scene and moved like a well-oiled machine, but as time went on, their friendship deteriorated and loyalty was questioned. Was this secret meeting between Camron and Chrissy a sign of a Harlem connection? It's almost familiar, but when you add Chrissy Elkin, who has a complicated past with Jim Jones, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Let's just say it won't. Be pretty when Jim finds out, but don't take our word for it. Sources close to the situation have already started to leak exclusive information about the situation. According to some of these sources, Chrissy and Camron had been dating for weeks, and when she was with him, she was actually out living a different life. It wasn't just their dinner dates either. Were seen at some very exclusive locations. In the city, slinking into private entrances and leaving through back exits to avoid being caught on camera. Sounds shady, doesn't it? According to my source, Chrissy was getting too cozy with Camron for comfort when she thought no one was looking. However, it wasn't just about reminiscing about the past. Rumors have it that on one of those secret nights out, things got hot and heavy. Oh yes, Chrissy and Camron weren't just hanging out. They were living like two single people who were completely unaccountable to Jim Jones. At first, he was in denial and didn't think Chrissy would betray him in this way, especially with Camron. But as the evidence grew, it became harder to ignore, and when the rumors finally reached Jim, it was only a matter of time until everyone knew. Jim didn't realize how far things had gone, though, because as we dug deeper into this complicated situation, the picture being painted wasn't just one of a cunning rendezvous between Camron and Chrissy Elkin. If we dig deeper into this scandal, we find something far more sinister. It's no secret that Jim Jones and Camron Chrissy had a tumultuous relationship for many years. They went from being best friends, co-conspirators, and partners in crime to becoming distant strangers, each pursuing their own career paths in the music industry. Despite the tension, Jim and Camron have always shared a peculiar bond and a history that neither of them can fully forget. The truth seems to be about more than just a secret night out. It's about betrayal, deceit, and a relationship that is rapidly falling apart. What happened between Chrissy and Camron that led to these secret meetings? According to multiple sources, these weren't just casual get-togethers or innocent catch-ups. Rather, they were intentional secret meetings that took place in some of the city's most upscale locations where no one would recognize them. They weren't just about them remembering the old days of the Diptera. Rumors have it that at least one of these meetings took place at a private Hamptons villa where Camron and Chrissy were spotted. Everyone's question is what's really going on between Chrissy and Camron. Are they rekindling a past relationship, or is this all just a simple misunderstanding? According to some sources, Chrissy was seen acting too at ease and even affectionate with Camron at times. She was also reportedly seen laughing and holding hands with him. The whispers are getting louder, and the details are getting more specific. Chrissy is no stranger to this kind of public drama. Don't get it twisted. She is the same woman who famously knocked out Camila on Love and Hip Hop after years of pent-up frustration, but it was something entirely different. If what is being said is true, Chrissy and Camron might be going too far. And let's not forget about the big issue, Jim Jones. How did he react when he found out that, according to our inside sources, Jim wasn't as clueless as he appeared? Some say he had a feeling something wasn't right for it. There was tension between Chrissy and Camron in the months leading up to the secret night out, but Jim never expected it to get this bad. The real question is whether he knew something was wrong all along but chose to ignore it, but when he found out, it hit him like a ton of bricks. There is even speculation that Jim was aware of Chrissy and Camron's growing intimacy months before. He was positive. It has been reported that an anonymous tip, possibly from someone in the inner circle, informed Jim that Camron and Chrissy were not just hanging out, but people close to Jim, and Chrissy claimed that when the truth was revealed, chaos broke out. Jim confronted her right away, and the argument was intense to say the least. Jim allegedly told Chrissy everything he knew about the secret meetings, and then the arguments began to rage. Jim became angry, and Chrissy seemed to lose her cool, for the first time in their long relationship. The sources claim that this is where it gets even more juicy. The fallout is just getting started. There are rumors that Jim and Chrissy's relationship is in danger because of this, and some even claim that Jim is considering ending it. No official statements have been made yet. Chrissy denied having a romantic relationship with Camron, saying, "It was just a harmless hookup, but Jim and everyone else around her weren't buying it." The fact that Chrissy had been lurking around and hiding these meetings for so long only fueled the flames, leaving Jim questioning everything he thought he knew about the woman he's been seeing for years. The public will eventually discover the truth about what's truly going on behind closed doors, but the drama doesn't end there. As with any similar situation, Camron, who was close to Jim and had previously stood up for him, is now in the crossfire, and people are wondering what he will do next. After all, this is a man who is no stranger to controversy. He has been involved in feuds with artists over the years. At first, Camron is said to be unfazed by the drama, but as the next section will look at the aftermath of this shocking revelation, including potential legal ramifications, the public's reaction, and what this could mean for Camron, Chrissy, and Jim. If there's one thing we know, it's that the public is going to react, and he will either come clean and admit to anything more than innocent meetings with Chrissy, or he will continue to deny any of this. Having a beef with another rapper is one thing, but having your close friend's partner involved is a whole different level of betrayal. As more and more information becomes available, one thing is certain: this scandal is far from over. The fallout from it will have a significant impact on not only the individuals involved, but also on the entire culture surrounding the Dipet crew, Love, and Hip Hop Jones going forward. Stay tuned because this story is just getting started as the storm continues. To rage on. To rage on. The shocking revelations surrounding Camron, Chrissy, Lamine, and Jim Jones are starting to unfold in ways no one could have predicted. Many people are now wondering how Jim Jones could have been so blind to the relationship developing between Chrissy and Camron. Was he too busy with his own career, or did he simply choose to ignore the signs in the public eye? The revelation about Chrissy and Camron has shaken Jim Jones to his core, according to those close to him. Fans, the media, And even his own crew are wondering what happened and why the franchise and the music industry as a whole are like watching a slow-motion train wreck. And the train hasn't even reached its final destination yet. This isn't just a minor celebrity feud. It's a full-blown scandal that could have long-lasting effects on Jim's career and personal life. Some say he's handling it in the worst way possible by staying silent, while others believe he's keeping his cards close to the vest, waiting for the right opportunity to strike. The worst part is that Jim has remained relatively quiet in the face of the public outcry, which has sparked even more speculation. When it comes to defending her relationship with Jim, Chrissy is reportedly handling things in her own way and has a fiery temper. According to those close to her, she is devastated by the public backlash, but is also trying to defend her actions. Will Jim continue to live in the shadow of this betrayal? Her meetings with Camron were allegedly just a reunion of old friends, but that doesn't seem to sit well with the public. So, will this scandal be the turning point for him to finally open up and address that? Wondering how far that reunion really went, and whether Chrissy and Camron's relationship was really innocent. In fact, several people in their circle have said that their chemistry was undeniable. Some even go so far as to suggest that it went beyond the innocent catch-up story she's been pushing, which is that Chrissy found herself torn between two worlds after being drawn to Camron in a way she never could have predicted. Now that the truth has come to light, Camron finds himself in a difficult situation. He has always been known for his public persona as a smooth operator who doesn't. The public's perception of Camron is now divided on two levels. On the one hand, he is the charismatic and charming rapper who has been around for years, dropping hit after hit. On the other hand, he is the man who helped break up one of hip-hop's most iconic friendships, and possibly a relationship that many people thought was solid. The question now is whether Camron will continue to play it cool and deny any wrongdoing, or whether he will come clean about the true nature of his relationship with Chrissy. According to some sources, Camron feels no need to reveal the truth about his relationship with Chrissy. As we piece together the details of this developing story, it's clear that Chrissy, Camron, and Jim Jones are at the center of a storm that doesn't seem to be abating. However, the question still remains how his fans and former friends will respond in the long run. We have more questions than answers, but one thing is for certain. Camron may be able to ignore the public outcry because he is Camron, the man, who doesn't have to answer to anyone, has followers, status, and clout. So why should he care what the public thinks? The dynamics of the Dipset legacy and possibly even the Love and Hip Hop franchise itself could be drastically changed by this scandal. What are the long-term effects of all of this? Will their relationships and careers suffer irreparable harm? Or will they be able to move on? As for Jim, will he be able to move past the drama? Or will he become a victim of the scandal that is currently hanging over his head? We do know that there is no going back in time. The truth is out there for everyone to see. The lies have been exposed, and the story will. Now that we've seen the ugly truth, we're left wondering how this whole thing will end. Will Chrissy and Jim mend their broken relationship, or will they part ways forever? Will Camron and Jim ever get back together, or has their friendship reached a point where it can never be restored? The Camron and Chrissy scandal is about more than just a secret night out. It's about the betrayal of trust, the end of an era, broken hearts, shattered loyalties, and the inevitable fallout from a single night that will change everything. What do you think about the entire Camron and Chrissy Lampin situation as the pieces continue to come together? Did Jim Jones completely ignore the signs, or was he blindsided? More importantly, what happens next? Is there any hope left for these relationships, or has everything been destroyed beyond repair? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. You have it, people. There are shocking betrayals, explosive secrets, and heart-stopping drama that no one saw coming. If you want, let's talk about it. The truth is out there, and we're here to bring it to you no matter how crazy it gets. You won't want to miss it, so click the bell button to be the first to know when the next video releases. If you want to, stay up to date on all the juiciest, most shocking celebrity dramas out there, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll be reading every single one of your thoughts. Do you think Camron will suffer the consequences of this scandal, or will he emerge unscathed? Will Jim finally speak out, or will he remain silent forever? Sign up for comments.